The Enchanted Island of Madagascar. Widely considered to be one of the most beautiful, exotic, and magical places in the entire world. An African country made up of one large island and a few small islands, Madagascar lies in the Indian Ocean, about 240 miles or 400 kilometers southeast of the African mainland. It is the fourth largest island in the world, behind Greenland, New Guinea, and Borneo.
Oddly enough, in the beginning, Madagascar was not an island at all, but rather part of an ancient supercontinent called Gondwanaland. Then, about 160 million years ago, Madagascar started to split from Africa and drift off into the Indian Ocean. And from that time on, it began to evolve in isolation from the rest of the world. As a result, most of the exotic plants and animals of Madagascar are of ancient Gondwanan origin.
This mini-continent is a living laboratory for science and has been described as an alternate world because of the rarity of many of its plant and animal species.
It has incredible levels of endemism, that is, plants and animals unique to Madagascar. It has 5% of the world's plant species, and 90% of these are found nowhere else in the world.
Today in Madagascar, most of the country's people, called Malagasys, are either farmers or herders and are of African or Indonesian descent. The official spoken languages are Malagasy and French.
Madagascar is a place that I had read much about over many, many years. Even as a kid, I remember seeing, documentaries and great coffee table books with beautiful, beautiful landscapes, incredible creatures. It's a wonderful country, wonderful people. The landscape and the creatures and the animals and the world there is quite unique. There's no other place like it on the planet.
From mankind's first steps on the Enchanted Island to present day, Madagascar continues to inspire the arts, painters, musicians, photographers, and dreamers, all charmed by the otherworldly destination. It was only natural that DreamWorks Animation would be drawn to recreate the exotic land for the setting of their animated film, Madagascar.
Welcome to Madagascar.
Each one of our movies is meant to take our audience to someplace they've never been before.
This place kind of grows on you.
Madagascar, we know we're going to go to this amazing, world that nobody's ever, really imagined or seen before, at least not the way we've done it.
Madagascar started with pretty much a sentence. What would happen if you took 4 New York City Zoo animals and took them out of this civilized place where they've spent their entire lives and plopped them into the middle of the savage jungle?
Nature! It's all over me! Get it off!
And how did the filmmakers come up with Madagascar's amazing look?
Henri Rousseau is a painter, a French painter who actually never went to the jungle. He'd go to the botanical gardens in France and get ideas and then paint these wonderful, exotic, mysterious, Shangri-La type paintings of this fantastic jungle. And this kind of almost childlike, naive vision for what a tropical jungle would be became our inspiration for Madagascar.
Here we are. Where exactly is here?
Animators, modelers, and the production design team worked to recreate the strangest and most popular plant in Madagascar, the baobab tree.
Among the best known and strangest plants in Madagascar are the surreal-looking baobabs, which look like they've been planted upside down. Some of them can live to be 3,000 years old, and 7 of the world's 8 species of baobabs are found in Madagascar.
This is a baobab tree from Madagascar, and it is one of the strangest trees I've ever seen. I did probably a whole forest of baobab trees. Spent a personal, good investment of my life with them for like 5 months or 6 months, studying these bizarre-looking trees. But when you actually see it all come together, it looks absolutely stunning.
When it comes to incredible animals, nowhere else in the world will you find monkey-like creatures called lemurs. There are 69 kinds of lemurs that inhabit Madagascar.
There are more unique and indigenous animals on the island of Madagascar than I think other than maybe 2 or 3 other places on the entire planet. in it, and they only exist there. Lemurs are the perfect example.
This delightful little fellow is a golden-crowned sea fox. This is a species of lemur from northern Madagascar that was not described by science until 1986. There are only about 5,000 to 8,000 of these little guys in the wild. And we're working with the Malagasy NGO Fanambi to create a national park to ensure their long-term survival.
Creating crowds of lemurs proved to be a daunting challenge for the animation team. There are 12 unique lemur designs, and one sequence features the biggest crowd of furry animals in a CG film so far, 1,100 lemurs.
It's one of the things that visually is most entertaining about the movie. They're funny. They're funny the way they move. They're funny the way they act and the positions they take and the exaggeration of expressions. It just gives it an energy and a life to it that's special.
Look at him. He's so cute and plushy.
We do an enormous amount of research on the animals of Madagascar, the plants. What's so great about developing the look of the movie is that we have an idea. We find out what the reality is. We went and saw lemurs and studied books of the plant life in Madagascar and the different geographies. And then what we do is say, okay, now how do we take it and make it even more fantastical?
Wow, would you look at that?
Madagascar is just so beautiful. The colors and the way they've created those environments and the nightscapes and that's what's fun about these movies is you can just go to this whole other world.
I was involved with a movie called Lion King. The impact that movie had on Africa in terms of tourism is beyond anything you can imagine. When you talk to people in the tourism industry, they tell you just the incredible surge that came when people saw this amazing world shown in the beauty of that film.
Sorry.
My hope is that with a movie called Madagascar out there in the world, people will be interested. They'll go on the internet, they'll go to a website, they'll find out about the country, and that it will have a great positive impact on tourism.